Okay, welcome to the September 7th, 2022 Council of Government meeting. If you could please stand for the pledge.
Of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible.
and justice for all.
So because we have a member online, we will have to do roll call. Just a reminder for everybody. So you ready for that, Carrie? Okay. 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 Okay, so Justin's not gonna be here tonight, so that's why we have Krista on the line. So Krista, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So with that, we'll move on to consent agenda. Consent agenda items are expected to be routine and non-controversial and will be acted upon by the council at one time without discussion. Any council member, staff member, or interested parties may request that the item be removed from consent for further discussion. Is there any board member that wishes to pull an item from consent? I'm seeing none. Is there any staff member? Is there any public members? I don't see any in the room. Are there any online? Okay. With that, I will ask for a motion for consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Tim, second by Gay. Can you please do roll call?
Roll call, vote consent agenda, sorry. Amanda Follendorf,
Aye.
Gary Tofinelli,
Aye.
Alvin Brolio,
Aye.
Isabella Moncada,
Aye.
Krista Dodd,
Aye.
Tim Munides,
Aye.
Pat Bettinger.
Aye.
Okay. Perfect. That passes. Hold on a second. Okay, next is regular agenda. We have item number 8, which is public comment. Is there any public comment online? Seeing none and seeing none in the room, we'll move on to the next agenda item, which is Caltrans. Is Marlon here? No?
You didn't even get an email.
I know. So, okay. Okay, seeing that, we'll move on to county and city reports, which is item number 10. So first up is county. Kelly, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. I'm just here to answer any questions you might have on our CIP. All of the projects are moving forward. Wagon Trail, Robert wanted me to let you know it's slow going, but it continues to move in the right direction. So I'm not sure which direction that means forward. And everything's going really well. Let's see. Valley Springs School Safety Improvement Project is moving through preliminary engineering still, and we're going to be applying for some grant funds, hopefully through the call for projects on that project, to do the construction. I would like to take an opportunity to thank Melissa for helping us this last week. We dropped by her office, and she's so kindly sharing her CIP program with us so that we can make sure that we're tracking our projects in Public Works appropriately. So I really wanted to thank her for that, and for all of you for letting us use the program. So that's all I've got.
Question?
There's a lot of questions. I'll start with Tim.
Oh, yeah, I just had a question on Valley Springs. And maybe have a discussion with Robert, because we initially, when we started this project, we were going to use the Rule 20A money, some of the leftover Rule 20A money, to put underground, electrical underground, to get it out of the way for all those improvements and open up the sidewalks for the kids to get to school in.
I'll have to look into that. I'll speak with Robert on it. I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, but
aspect of it, but we can definitely.
and eventually he needed to bring it to the board for us to approve that 20A money, so, okay.
I'll bring it up to him.
Thank you.
Hi, Kelly. On social media, there's a lot of discussion going on about the wagon trail, and they're saying it's shut down, and there are some saying, no, it's not shut down. They say they found artifacts. Could you
I can confirm that there have been artifacts located at the site, and that we're taking every effort to secure those artifacts. You'll probably see people talking about there being signage at the site indicating that entering the site could be a felony and things like that. It's a controlled area, so we need to make sure we keep the public out of it while we're doing our work.
Well, I just thought I'd get the accurate story.
That is the accurate scoop.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alvin?
Alvin's got his light on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Thanks for that question, Alvin.
You're welcome. That was the best question tonight.
So far.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, next we have city reports. None? Okay, moving on. At this time, is there any public comment? Gotta do that. Seeing none online, seeing none in the room, we'll move on to regular agenda item number 12, which is resolution number FY 23-10, approving FY 22-23 local transportation funds claimed by Calaveras Transit Agency for transit operation totaling $100,054,863. I know I did that wrong, but anywho, Melissa.
Thank you, Chair Fallendorf. At this time, staff would recommend the council approve the fiscal year 22-23 LTF claim. This will fund the transit system for operations for fiscal year 22-23. This amount was decreased by $83,500 because, like you'll see in the CTA agenda, we received a revised estimate for STA funds. So I've decreased the LTF claim, and so this is the amount I'm asking the council to approve for $454,863. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Are there any questions by the board? None? Okay. Is there any public comment? Seeing none. Krista, you okay? Okay. Perfect. Don't want to forget you. With that, I will ask for a motion to approve agenda item number 11.
So moved.
Moved by Tim, second by Alvin. Callie, can you please do roll call?
Roll call vote, agenda item 11. Amanda Fallendorf,
Aye.
Gary Tofinelli,
Aye.
Alvin Brolio,
Aye.
Isabella Moncada. Aye. Krista Dodd. Krista Dodd. Krista, you're muted.
Unmute, sorry. Aye.
Tim Munides,
Aye.
Pat Bettinger.
Aye.
Perfect. Next, we'll move on to agenda item number 12, which is resolution number FY 23-9, approving the FY 22-23 STA claim by Calaveras Transit Agency for transit operation for $557,811. Melissa.
Thank you, Chair Fallendorf. So as I mentioned in the previous item, this is state transit assistance funding. The state controller's office submits a preliminary allocation in January. We received a revised allocation that was increased by $133,000. So I have increased the claim, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Are there any questions by the board? None? Okay. Is there any public comment?
No.
Seeing none, none online. Is there a motion to approve the item? Moved by Isabel. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alvin. Callie, can you please do roll call?
Roll call vote, agenda item 12. Amanda Fallendorf,
Aye.
Gary Tofinelli,
Aye.
Alvin Brolio,
Aye.
Isabella Moncada,
Aye.
Krista Dodd,
Aye.
Tim Munides,
Aye.
Pat Bettinger.
Aye.
That passes.
Now that John's not here, I don't know how it all goes. Throwing off the whole scheme.
Next is item number 13, which is minute order adopting the fiscal year 22-23 call for project guidelines and funding estimates. Melissa.
Thank you, Chair Follendorf. Some of you might remember at the August 3rd meeting, we brought before you the draft guidelines and funding estimates and asked for direction for staff to release the call for projects. We took those draft guidelines and funding estimates and presented them to the Technical Advisory Committee at the August 17th meeting. There was concurrence, and so now we are presenting you with the call for project guidelines and funding, and we expect applications to be submitted to the COG by October 12th. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Is there any board member that has any questions about this? And, okay. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, bring it back to the board. If everybody's satisfied, then is there a motion to approve item number 13? Okay, moved by Pat. Is there a second?
Second.
Tim, second. Okay, Callie, can you please do roll call again?
Roll call vote, agenda item 13. Amanda Follendorf.
Aye.
Gary Tofinelli.
Aye.
Alvin Brolio.
Aye.
Isabel Moncada.
Aye.
Krista Dodd.
Aye.
Tim Munides.
Aye.
Pat Bettinger.
Aye. Perfect. And next we will go, we're moving pretty fast here. Next we will go to council report. So I'm gonna start at the very end. Tim?
I have nothing to report, other than it's hot.
Yes. Isabel?
The only thing I have to report, and I thought about this afterward, is that the City of Angels received a $3 million grant for our park. So that's an
Awesome.
exciting project that we have coming up. But that's it.
Just rub it in, is it?
It was a long time coming.
Okay, fine.
Pat?
Nothing to report.
Okay. Gary?
Yeah, I do have to report along those lines. We applied for, the county applied for a $300,000 grant for Nielsen Park. And apparently, 3 million went to the city. And we were denied our 300,000. But I have conversations with Alvin about them needing the entire 3 million and possibly anything left over coming to our Nielsen Park County. So we'll talk.
Oh, no. Well, I guess I should have left that for Alvin so you can go after. Right?
And you're sitting next to each other, too.
Alvin?
So I have something to report out, but first I need to step in the way back machine here for 1 second because I noted it on the transit, not on this one. I don't know how to do this exactly, but I need to step back to item number 2 because I was not here at the August 3rd meeting. I need to pull that
Oh, for the minutes?
for the minutes, please. So
we'll
how-
do a roll call vote and on item 2. So
Deal.
we'll read the item again, and then we'll do a roll call vote and you'll abstain.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, we're, item
Item
number
2 on consent agenda.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to consent agenda item number 2, which is approval of the Calaveras Council of Governments regular meeting minutes for August 3rd, 2022. So, we need to do another roll call vote, and with that, is there a motion to approve?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Through Monica. Monica, just to do this correctly, since we're going back, does she not need to pull out
Yeah, so
that item?
Alvin is pulling number
Okay.
2,
I just want to make sure we're doing that correctly.
but you
Yes,
can ask for
Good
approval.
evening, though. Because this item was not, well, first of all, I will just address the council members' comment regarding the minutes. You do not have to be present to approve the minutes. By approving the minutes, you're just indicating that you have read them and you approve of their contents. So if that was your concern, then you still can go ahead with the action as it went forward. If you do want to now at this point pull the minutes, you would have to reconsider the item because you've already taken action on it. So we would need a motion and a second to reconsider the consent agenda. We would need a majority vote on that. Then you would go back to your consent agenda, you would pull the minutes and take that separately from the other items listed.
Let it die. I'm good, let it go.
Then he's good.
Okay.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you for clarifying that, Monica.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so now on to, I'm gonna ask Melissa to please check in with the planning. We have the greenhouse gas emission report that was due a while, or I would love to get an update on that and see where we're sitting with that as we're doing strategic planning and different things going on. So
Okay.
if you can get an email or something to me at some point, that'd be wonderful.
Yep,
Thank you.
and just under staff updates, I can let you know, the county has closed their comment period. The consultant has put all the comments together and submitted them to the planning director. Once he reviews and is happy with what has been submitted, he will return to the consultant, and then we hope to have a draft before city, county, and then back to COG.
Okay, so we're getting close, or kind of.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I'll send out an email too, updating.
Thank you. That's all I have.
And I do not have anything to report out. So with that, we'll move on to item number 15, which is staff report. Erin, you're up.
I have nothing to report. Next meeting, I got stuff to say.
All right. I was counting on you.
Don't worry, I wrote up the whole, like, script, man.
I took her update, actually.
Apparently you were overruled.
I'll take it.
Callie?
I don't have anything to report.
Okay. Melissa?
I used Erin's update. Nothing further to report.
Okay. If there's nothing else, then we'll move on to item number 16, which is adjournment of the COG. The next scheduled meeting for the COG is October 5th at 5:30. So, do you need a break-in, or are you ready to switch? Okay. Hold on, I need a second.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly, thank you.
Is it hot in here?
It's actually not bad.
It's not, no,
Yeah, I
it's
feel
not
like it's
bad.
fine. Yeah.
Could be a lot
Callie,
worse.
take a poll.
Yeah.
Whether it's hot in here or not.
Oh, yes.
It's warm.
Yes.
It's not hot. Okay.
Roll call vote.
Okay, everybody ready? Okay, we'll call to order the Calaveras Transit Agency. First up is the consent agenda. So there are multiple items on the consent agenda. Is there anyone that wishes to pull an item off consent? No? Okay, is there any public comment? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve consent?
So moved.
Tim?
I'll second.
Alvin second. Callie, can you please do a roll call?
Roll call vote, consent agenda, Amanda Follendorf,
Aye.
Gary Spinelli,
Aye.
Alvin Brolio,
Aye.
Isabel Moncada. Aye. Krista Dodd,
Aye.
Tim Munides,
Aye.
Pat Bettinger.
Aye. Okay, that passes. Next, we have regular agenda. We have public comment up first, which is item number 4. Is there any public comment? Seeing none in the room and none on Zoom, we will move on to agenda item number 5, which is Calaveras Connect Fiscal Year 21-22 Year-End Performance Report. Are there any board members that have any questions on regular agenda number 5?
I looked at
And,
it.
I'm just gonna go by nod because a lot of people have their lights on. Okay, we're good? Okay, do you have anything to say?
My moment.
Say this.
We've extended the CCA's fiscal year report for your guys' review. Of course, if you have questions or you want more information, you can always request it. I think some of the major takeaways that you'll see throughout the report is that our ridership is kind of our shining star of the report. It increased about 29% over last year, which is obviously the direction we want to see. Other takeaways would be, as you know, we've adopted the countywide dial-a-ride as our regular services, and we've increased the frequency of redline. That adds to our overall vehicle miles that we're seeing throughout the year, although we're still under where we were in, I think, 1920, so not the highest we've seen. And we have more vehicle service hours as well. But with that increase in ridership, it actually helps to make the system more efficient. So if we continue to increase ridership in relation to where our miles and hours are now, it'll keep making our system more and more efficient, which is great. Our operating costs did increase a little bit this past year. Fuel costs, increase in the mileage and hours was part of that as per our operations contract. It wasn't really crazy, I wouldn't say. So those are the main takeaways. I think our community dial ride has been really well received. We see a lot of ridership on the San Andreas, West Point to Jackson route, which is really encouraging to see a lot of positive feedback on that. So I think it's a really great service to provide to the communities. And then our focus going forward, of course, is electrifying our fleets, but also trying to continue to make the community aware of our services so that we can continue to increase ridership. That's kind of where our focus is going to be. So, If there's any questions, I'm glad to
Oops, sorry. Sorry. Tim?
I'm just curious, when do we go back to having to be worried about fare box recovery? When do those regs kick back in?
2024.
Yeah, 2024 is when
24,
Fairfax,
okay.
as of right now, is when it's anticipated.
Any other questions?
Was it?
No?
How did I'm sure it's in here, I just missed it. How did the Saturday hopper, we brought it back for just like a month or two, right? Or some, didn't we?
We brought it back in July of last year, so it ran from July to November, so that was about half of its normal time last year.
Did it do?
It wasn't super popular. We're still getting the ridership back, obviously. And then this year it started in March and it'll run through November for its normal kind of term.
Okay.
It's still slow right now. So that's another one of the services we're going to want to try to do marketing and outreach and get people to start using again. So.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, is there any other questions before, why are you laughing?
You're just really interested.
Oh, I thought I went, okay. If there's not any other questions, I'm gonna move it to public comment. Oh, Krista, do you have a question? Okay. Is there any public comment online? None? Okay, and seeing none in the room, bring it back to the board for approval. Is there a motion to approve? Tim?
I'll take it first. Tim will be the second.
Okay, there you go. You got that?
Yes.
Okay, can you please do roll call?
Roll call vote, agenda item number 5, Amanda Follendorf,
Aye.
Gary Tofinelli,
Aye.
Alvin Brolio,
Aye.
Isabel Moncada. Aye. Krista Dodd,
Aye.
Tim Munides,
Aye.
Pat Bettinger.
Aye. Okay. And next on the agenda is item number 6, which is the minute order approving fiscal 22-23 operations budget amendment number 1.
Thank you, Chair Follendorf. As the council, I'm sure remembers, the council approved fiscal year 22-23 final budget in June. Staff is bringing back the budget for amendment number 1 to identify and include the additional revenue provided on the revised estimate from state transit assistance. If you want to look on page 27 in your packet, you can see the changes. We've decreased the LTF claim by $83,000. And then I'm requesting to increase line item 5271 by $10,000 for appraisal services, and then line item 5272 for the increase in vehicle service miles. Like Aaron stated, we're seeing a lot of riders, use the on-demand service, and we have increased frequency on our red line. So I'd like to increase the contract amount by the $40,000.
Are there any questions? Okay. Is there any public comment? Or do you have something to add?
No.
Krista,
I'd be happy to
are you
answer any
okay?
questions I can.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, if there's no questions, there's not seeing any public comment, we'll ask for a motion to approve.
I'm waiting for it.
Isabel moved, is there a second? Pat second?
Beach.
Callie, can you please do roll call?
Roll call vote, agenda item number 6, Amanda Follendorf,
Aye.
Gary Topanelli,
Aye.
Alvin Brolio,
Aye.
Isabel Moncada,
Aye.
Krista Dodd,
Aye.
Tim Munides,
Aye.
Pat Bettinger.
Aye.
Next is item number 7, Transit CIP Quarterly Report. Ann or Melissa? Ann.
As we've included the report in the packet, the 2 projects listed being the bus stop improvements and then the vehicle purchase. We're still waiting on the 2 vehicles we ordered. I do not have an ETA on those. I keep asking, but it's just there isn't one to have. And then the bus stop improvements, we've expended the money, we just have interest now sitting in the account to be able to. Any questions? And I can say that, and this isn't on this report, but I can say that I did get a VIN number for our van, so that's exciting.
It's got a number now.
Yeah, because that's like the first step, I guess, in having your ETA is getting the actual VIN number off the chassis.
Oh, really?
So I have a VIN number for the van. Very excited.
Let me know when we get the van.
So I know Gary.
Gary wants the first one.
Next
was
is
the
gonna be
first ride.
the steering wheel and the windshield.
Those are important parts.
I'll probably be up for re-election, so I'll buy the side of
Okay, if there isn't any other question for Ann, I'm gonna see if there's any public comment. Seeing none? Okay. Do we need to approve this? Or it's just informational, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll move on to item number 8, which is paid transit services, operations report.
And Cynthia wasn't able to make the meeting tonight.
Okay. Okay, and we'll move on to number 9, which is staff report. Start with Ann.
I have nothing further to add. I've said a lot here.
Callie?
I don't have anything to report.
Melissa?
I have nothing to report.
Okay. With that, we'll take a moment and we will be reconvening into closed session and then we will report out. Are we gonna report out tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll come back and we'll report out.
Does that mean all the members of the
So at
public
this
have to
time, we'll take a couple minutes.
Yeah, I gotta get situated.
You'll have to leave.
Okay, perfect.
Excuse me, Chair Follendorf?
Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Gregoria Ponce from Caltrans logged on. And so I don't know if you wanted to, before you adjourn to closed session, if you wanted to go back to public comment. I know this is the CTA meeting, not the COG meeting, but she has joined. She could provide her comments, if any, as part of the public comment section.
Thank you for that reminder. Before we go into closed session, is there any public comment related to the closed session item? I'm not seeing it, there's no one in the room.
And then again, Gregoria Ponce from Caltrans has joined, so I don't know if you want to take any comments or a Caltrans report.
Do you want to hear a Caltrans report?
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant they were here, yeah. So,
Do you see her?
is it in there?
I am here. Good afternoon. I do apologize. I wanted to wait. I saw you were, good afternoon. I'm Gregoria Ponce, Caltrans District 10. Thank you for having me. I do apologize for the delay. I do have a few items I did want to share. First of all, I'm very excited to hear that the fare box, in terms of increased ridership, that's moving forward. That's very exciting to hear, and Caltrans certainly supports that. Moving forward, we're having, from the Transportation Infrastructure Law, we have approximately $2.2 billion that CTC is allocating to repair and improve transportation infrastructure through the Federal Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. And approximately $336 million in funding from Senate Bill 1 from the Road Repair and Accountability Act. And so we will continue to look for opportunities to partner under both of those programs. The CTC recently adopted the 2022 California Transportation Asset Management Plan, and it lays out the needs and investment strategies for Caltrans and its partner agencies to maintain the state highway infrastructure, pavement, bridges, and other assets over the next decade. And we do look forward to partnering with Calaveras on those assets. And if not, please let me know. I'm happy to share that, updating Calaveras with the latest activities Caltrans is undertaking with Calaveras. Also in terms of support and
She has our cell service.
Gregoria, can you hear me?
increasing work grant bio. Yeah.
Gregoria, you're going in and out.
Can you hear me?
You were kind of going in and out through the report, but I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So just to clarify for Calaveras, Grace Magsayo is the ambassador as part of District's 10 Ambassador Program. We do have a number of federal funding opportunities. The FEMA Fiscal Year 22 Flood Mitigation Assistance Grant Program. I'm happy to share that with a point of contact. Melissa, if you'd like to let me know who to send that to. The deadline's January 27th, 2023. I also wanted to thank Calaveras for the Q4 invoices and the certificate of expenditures and closeout. All that has been approved, and we look forward to sending Calaveras their reconciliation letter and funding once approved. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregoria.
Gloria.
Thank you, and I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier on the screen. Thank you for speaking up. Is there anybody else that I may have missed? We good? Okay. And then Monica, are you satisfied with asking if there was public comment before the closed session?
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you.
Okay, there's no one in the room, so. Oh, Tim has a question.
Actually, a comment.
Okay.
I want to thank everyone in District 10 for the heroic effort they put into reopening Ebbets Pass and Highway 4. That plays a huge economic role to the businesses up the hill. So, and I'm very impressed with how quickly they got that done. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. A lot of effort was put into that, and we were fully aware and watching that. And I'll be definitely taking that back to our maintenance team. Thank you again.
Our pleasure.
Are there any other comments? No? We're good? Okay. Thank you. At this time, we'll move into closed session.